Habit 4, think win-win. So win-win is a frame of mind that seeks mutual benefits in a relationship or deal. So take for instance, one day you decide to buy a car, right? And so you go to a car dealership, you find a car that you like, and so you approach the dealer. You start negotiating on a price and come to an agreement, and so you strike a deal. The car is in mint condition and you're happy and pleased with it. This is a win-win relationship because you got the car at the price you wanted and the dealer in turn got the business. Win-lose. So one alternative to win-win is win-lose. It says, if I win, you lose. In leadership style, win-lose is the authoritarian approach. I get my way, you don't necessarily get yours. Win-lose people are prone to use their position, power, credentials, or their personality to get their way. So one day you decide that you need a brand new laptop, right? And so you quickly browse through the internet and find one you like, and so you place an order. So 2 days later, your package has arrived finally, and you're eager to start playing around with it. So as you begin to unbox your brand new laptop and begin to power it up, nothing is happening, your laptop is not turning on. So you start getting a little frustrated, but then you remember, oh, it's a brand new laptop, it doesn't have any charge. So you charge it up and try again. But still, the problem persists. The screen is black, the laptop is not turning on. What the hell is going on, right? You're frustrated now. Then you begin to ponder, wait, did I just get ripped off? What's happening here? So you call the store and you tell them your story. After what can be described as being on hold for hours, they finally pick up, and so they say, I'm sorry sir, but we're not responsible for any damages that might have incurred during the shipping of your product. Then they hung up. In this circumstance, sure, the store might have won by selling you the computer, but they also lost by losing a future customer. Lose-lose. In this kind of relationship, both parties lose. Take for example a guy called Ben who had a little situation going on. So one day Ben and a couple of his best friends decided to go clubbing. So in the club, Ben and his mates decided to have a little drinking challenge. So while under the influence of alcohol and heavy metal music, Ben and his mates started doing all sorts of wild, crazy, stupid activities, starting fights, breaking bottles, causing all sorts of mayhem in the club, and to top it all off, kissing strange women, bearing in mind Ben has a girlfriend. So after what can be described as quote-unquote a wild night, Ben woke up to find himself in a jail cell and a text from his girlfriend reading, "Babe, it's over." In less than 24 hours, Ben and his mates had done the unthinkable. They almost burnt down a club, which they don't remember. They got arrested and destroyed his relationship with a woman he thought he would one day marry. Now, not only has Ben found himself on the wrong side of the law, but he has also hurt the woman of his dreams. This is a lose-lose situation because Ben has lost trust of his girlfriend and must now seek forgiveness, that is, if he wants to mend and restore trust. So go for win-win, guys. You not only have to be sober and emphatic, but you also have to be confident. You have to be considerate and sensitive. You also have to be brave. To do that, to achieve the balance between courage and consideration, is the essence of real maturity and is fundamental to win-win. Habit 5. Seek first to understand than to be understood. If you're like most people, you probably seek first to be understood, right? You want to get your point across, and in doing so, you may ignore the other person completely, entirely, pretending that you're listening, selectively hearing only certain parts of the conversation, or alternatively focusing on only the words being said, but miss the whole meaning entirely. So why does this happen? Well, because most people listen with the intent to reply, not to understand. You listen to yourself as you prepare in your mind what you're going to say, the questions you're going to ask, and the long trivial lectures you're going to give. You filter everything through your life experience, your frame of reference. You check what you hear against your autobiography and see how it measures up, and consequently you decide prematurely what the other person means before he or she even finishes communicating. To seek first to understand, we must stop judging the other person and looking at their situation through our own lenses, but to emphatically seek to understand, then to advise accordingly. Habit 6, Synergy. Synergy is the ideology that two heads are better than one. Synergy is the habit of creative cooperation, it's teamwork, it's open-mindedness in the adventure of finding new solutions to old age problems. But it doesn't just happen on its own, it's a process, and through that process, people bring all their personal experiences and expertise to the table. Together, they know they can produce far better results than they could have individually. It is the idea that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, and that if people cooperate and begin to share and explore new ideas and allow themselves to be influenced by each other, they are enlightened and begin to see new insights, and as a result yield exponential fruits. Habit 7, Sharpen the Saw. Sharpen the saw means preserving and enhancing the greatest asset you have, which is you. It means having a balanced program for self-renewal and improvement in the 4 areas of your life: your physical life, your social life, your mental life, and your spiritual life. Your physical life, to exercise on a regular basis and taking care of your body. Your social life, making meaningful communication with others and hanging out with your friends. Your mental life, learning, reading, and writing. Your spiritual life, expanding your spiritual self through meditation and prayer. Martin Luther King once said, "I have so much to do today that I'll need to spend another hour on my knees." He saw prayer not as a mechanical obligation, but rather a source of power. And with that said, I'd like to end this video in the words of Philip Brooks, and he said, "Some days in the years to come, you'll be wrestling with the greatest temptation or trembling under the greatest sorrow of your life. But the real struggle is here, it is now. Now it is being decided whether in the days of your supreme sorrow or temptation, you shall miserably fail or gloriously conquer."